Hi, welcome back again in this part two of the proposal on structure governs function. There was abrupt interruption in the previous part. So this is a short portion which was left in the previous talk. So we were talking about the change in ideas in the previous slide, and then the change in, so we talked already about the change in ideas in our talks on truth, reality, rationality, and rationals of love. Now in this current talk we'll be focusing on the structure change, the structural change, how that can be facilitated consciously. Now in the structural change, these seven factors are identified. In this seven factors, the first domain, which is this one, uh, this particular domain, let me use this white color. So this particular domain is the input domain, which includes the radiation, air, water, and the solid food. And the rest of the three factors are from the action domain, which include the spine care, the movement or the exercise, and sleeping, the pattern of sleeping. Now in this, what we need to see, because we are here discussing the structural change, that means the matter change, the materialistic change that we are trying to explore. Now, as you see on the slide, what is the matter of fact we need to understand? So fact, necessarily we identify which is perceivable, actionable things, those are the facts. Now, if the fact is mixed with ideas, if the fact is having only matter, then that is a structural change we are trying to propose here. So we need to understand where and how the ideas can infiltrate the fact. That's what we need to identify. So this is very interesting discussion going to be. So normal changes in inputs, what we propose are these four. So which includes regular access of sun. The human ideas have created these shelters, the confinement, 24/7 confinement within the four walls and the roof is the human intervention, human idea generated aspect. That cannot be claimed as a natural matter. It is a fact with the matter and idea both. So as much as open existence, open access to the radiation, natural radiation is possible, is actually very much conserving for any organism, not only the human being. And other organisms are by default actually outside, and they don't stay under the shade unless there is a requirement, specific requirement. So this 24/7 confinement within the four walls and roof is a compromise in our radiation actions, and how this radiation conserves our vitality. That's very important. See, any food when we consume, that gets disintegrated and transported to the blood for further transporting of the nutrients to the cell. Now, what happens? The radiation is a raw food for us. The solar radiation in this galaxy is raw food for all the organism. And that actually goes directly to the bloodstream without any digestion process in it. So that conserves a lot of vitality because it doesn't need any disintegration. It can go directly in to the blood. Same goes for the air, and air rather is far more important element because without air we cannot survive for few minutes even. So access, so this four wall and the confinement, no opening of the windows and all those stuff are compromise of the radiation and the air both. So we need to understand the beauty of being in open air and open radiation. So we need to actually, the air also comes to the bloodstream directly through the lungs. So there is no specific excretion happen in the lungs or in the skin. So whatever is going in, if it is restricted through the filtration pores, that's okay. But there is no excretion as we have in the digestion process. digestive system. So we need to understand the importance of these two in terms of conserving vitality, right? Now coming to the water and the raw food. The water and raw food actually are mutually complementing each other. So raw food has got the purest water. That purity of the water cannot be compared with any kind of filtered water. That's the natural needed water for us. So raw food contains the purest water. So if we increase the raw food consumption, that will compensate the water requirement. And in these two areas, water and food, we need to understand the voice of the organism, thirst and the hunger. The time bound consumption or the quantity bound consumption of the water and the food is always a toll on the body. So we need to be mindful about observing our thirst and the hunger. If we are thirsty, then we need to sip water. If we are hungry, we need to eat. So time bound eating, time bound drinking of water, or the quantity bound drinking of water, quantity bound consumption of the food is actually uh, putting load on the body, to be specific, right? So if we can observe ourselves and our voice of the organism and respond to that with not mixing ideas in it. And what is that idea mixing? That we need to understand here. So the same inputs, if there is a mixture of matter and idea. So this is the confusion. This is the confusion when we start considering radiation as a natural radiation, even if it is a Wi-Fi radiation or any other electromagnetic field like CT scan, MRI scan, and all those stuff. That is a human configured radiation. That means there is some idea mixing happening there. So idea, unless it is processed within me, it is a toll on my being. So when we accept any modified radiation as such, that means it is somebody's idea going inside me. You need to understand, it is not just the radiation going inside me, it is the radiation, configured radiation with by some human being. So there is an idea mixing in it. Similar goes for the air, polluted air, maybe incense stick burning or the mosquito repellent or any kind of air pollution, you know that, right? The vehicle emission. So these are just not the matter. These are the matter with ideas. So there goes the confusion of materialistic approach. We start considering the matters around which are visible, perceivable as the materialistic root, and we consider, for example, the money. We may go a little philosophical here, but the money is not a matter. We consider that the materialistic person means the money-minded person. It's actually a wrong perception. It's a irrational perception, because money is not just a piece of paper. There is a lot of ideas in it. If we are driven by money, then we are not a materialistic person. We are confused materialistic, where we are considering a fact which is a mixture of matter and idea. Right? So I'm not questioning that root of money minded or driven by money, but we need to be very clear that money driven life is not a materialistic life. It is a confused materialistic life where we are considering matter which has got ideas in it as a natural matter. So materialistic root which is driven by the natural matters, right? So now coming to the water, where the liquids, where we are seeing the mixing of matter and idea, soft drinks or any sharbat per se, and any kind of liquid which is not water, mixed with something to enhance taste or enhance some stimulation, maybe alcohol, tea, or anything. So there is ideas in it. You need to identify. So structural change means you just remove the ideas from there. Bring the natural matters. Then the conservation happens, because idea load will engage a lot of vitality. Same goes for the food. Orange juice example. Juicing is human aspect, like human idea has gone into it, right? So, or any processed food, cooked food. So cooked food means the matter. So a samosa is a potato as a matter, an idea mixed with it to enhance the taste of the potato and the wheat. So we need to identify the mixing of idea here. Same goes for the action changes. Action changes as proposed, the spinal integrity. Spine being the central axis of the body, we need to take care of the spine very meticulously. By birth, the spine in general for Homo sapiens is the central axis. That means it distributes the body mass equally on both the sides. Now, over time, it gets misplaced. Now, if we are mindful to bring that back by maintaining the posture, by taking care of the spine occasionally, by relaxing it through massages or stretches, or with the help of those who are expert in spine care mechanically. So these can increase the spinal integrity. Now, the next factor is the exercise or the movement. Now, movement is very much needed because the blood, when it transfers the nutrients to the cell or the toxins which are transferred from the cell to the blood, it is mediated by an open system called lymphatic system. And lymphatic system is an open system. It's a clear fluid flowing in between the blood and the cell, which doesn't have any pump. An open system cannot have a pump. So to compensate that pumping pressure, we have joints. We have joints everywhere. So if we move the joints, then that pressure is exerted in the lymphatic system, which moves the nutrients and toxin. So the free flow of nutrients and toxin is achieved when we move our body. So if we in general moving our body on a regular basis and we don't consider that the movement of the body is a load, effortless movement, if it is there, there is no need of exercise. But if it is not there, then we need to bring in. We need to bring in the exercise knack or the movement knack within the life to support the movement within the lymphatic. And that is a natural structure that we have. That movement is a natural structure that we have. So we need not to, we should support that structure. And if we compromise on the movement, then we compromise on the toxic and nutrients movement within the body. Now, sleeping early. Sleeping early is the proposal in changing in the action. Why? Because the night means night 9 p.m. to 12 midnight and a few more hours perhaps is the darkest hour of the day. And when there is a darkest, this is irrespective of the geographic location or the climate. In the darkest hour of the day, if we are awake, then we are innervated because the body is programmed to work inside when there is no natural light outside. So this phenomena is very important. So sleeping early actually conserves a lot of vitality because the program that we have within the body to work inside is complemented, is supported. So body will start working the thing which it is programmed to work upon. So sleeping early is the proposal. Now here, the idea mixing, we have to observe. This is the concluding slide of this talk. The idea mixing, we have to observe where the idea can be mixed. In terms of when we understand that the spine is the central axis and we become obsessive about the spinal adjustment. That means that obsession is the piece of idea which is affecting our physiological sensation. So physiological sensation affected by the idea is the obsession. When we are obsessive about the spinal adjustment, then it is not helping us to conserve. We need to approach it in a relaxed way without any obsession. Same goes for the movement or the exercise or the gymming kind of aspects where we are suffering from an obsession towards the gym or towards exercise. That is not leading us to a conserved state of being. That is rather innervating. And working in the night is a part of obsession and part of the ideas. Due to some ideas of the progress, of the growth, of the success, we start working in the nights. If we just replace that working night by working early, we end up conserving a lot of vitality, and that idea will not affect into our physiological sensation. We will be relaxed about our approach towards any mission that we choose in our life. So sleeping in the day never compensate the sleeping in the night. So that idea we need to work upon. If we consider that I am sleeping for 8 hours, 10 hours in the day, so that will compensate. That quantity of the sleeping is not the compensation of the quality in the sleeping. You need to understand. So today that's it for now. We'll see you soon in other side of the exploring matters in the fact. Thank you.